The news this morning reports that our Farrah Fawcett is very close to death. Now, Barbara has a special, right, about Farrah Fawcett that's airing tonight, not tomorrow. It's very important you understand it's airing tonight on 2020. So,
special edition
what can you tell us?
It's a special edition of 2020, and it's on tonight. You know, I've known Farrah for so many years, and I think when you just said that she just has, we think, hours left, and in the audience you all went, because even though Charlie's Angels, in which she only starred for 1 year, it was on for 5 years, she only starred for 1 year, but everybody remembers Farrah. You know, that wonderful hair and the smile and the exuberance. And so we went last week to talk to the people who were closest to her. Alana Stewart, her best friend, who's been with her almost since her illness began, her wonderful doctor who was with her even now, Jacqueline Smith, who was one of the Angels, Jose Bear, who did her hair, Shake Your Hair, Darlings, and most of all, Ryan O'Neal, who is with her now. Her father, her mother has died, and her father is very ill. Farrah has already had the last rites, so, I mean, you can't pinpoint the time and the hours. But she got cancer, as you know, 2.5 years ago, and kept fighting it, kept thinking that she was going to make it, that she was going to make it. So
she went to Germany for...
She went to Germany for treatments, which she could have had here, but she had faith there. I thought you might like to see what some of the people said about her, including, by the way, the producer of Charlie's Angels. It was Aaron Spelling and Leonard Goldberg, and you'll see him too. Do you want to show this first, or do you want to show about... Okay, this is what some of the people said, and then we'll show you what Ryan has to say, because you know I did not mention her son Redmond. I'll tell you about that after this. Take a look.
I don't want to just go through life skimming it and being another person on screen and not living.
Magical. She had stardust on her.
Sexy, beautiful, I mean, incredible. She's always been a style icon, obviously imitated by everybody around the world.
I've always thought of her as fearless. Nothing seems to scare her.
She's quite decisive, moves forward, and she doesn't look back and she doesn't regret.
Courageous. An amazing woman with simple roots that took on challenges that others wouldn't try. I always admire women that are independent, that have a dream, and then look as good as she does.
What's the legacy of Farrah Fawcett?
It'll be something, that's for sure. If we have anything to say about it, it will. But it'll take care of itself. She was everybody's love, wasn't she? Everybody's.
And that's Ryan O'Neal. And you saw her doctor, you saw Leonard Goldberg, you saw the other people.
We should say that she is not, to our knowledge, gone yet.
No.
Okay.
No, what we have heard is that she's in her final hours, and it could be a while more. She's such a fighter. She never gave up. She fought to the end. She never talked about death. She didn't talk about an afterlife. Now the son, Redmond, he came to see her at Walsh fairly recently. They let him out of jail, where he has been in jail for drug addiction. He has not been able to come to see her now. But we talked to Ryan. It's Ryan's son. You know, Farrah and Ryan were together for like 20 years, split up, and then when she got cancer, they got back together again. And this is how he talked about that meeting. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Well, I hope I'll have a baby. I know I'll have a baby. Or
That's
maybe...
the first thing that comes into your mind.
I know.
Baby,
I'm obsessed by this, aren't I?
5 years after that interview, Farrah and Ryan had a son, Redmond. But he grew up to have addiction problems, and now, at age 24, is serving time on drug charges. In an NBC documentary, their son Redmond was brought from jail to visit his mother. And he got into bed with Farrah. Did she recognize him?
Oh, sure. She was asleep, and then suddenly there was her son lying next to her. She hadn't seen him in 3 months. And then we turned the cameras off, but they had an hour together. They're very close.
Did she know that he was in jail?
No. No, wait a minute. No. If we can keep it from her, we keep it from her. Can't believe that it'll do any good to her condition. Yeah. But the other day something strange happened. I went out to see him at his detention center, and he said to me, "Will you give her a big kiss for me?" And I said, "I will, Red." And when I went back to the house, she was lying there, and I said, "I saw your son today." She said, "Oh." I said, "He asked me if he could do something." She said, "What?" I said, "Give you a big kiss." And she held up her eyes like this, and I reached in and I kissed her. And I could feel the kiss getting harder, and I felt her arms go around me, and she started to rub the top of my head, and I thought, she thinks I'm Redmond. She thinks I'm Redmond. So I just stayed Redmond, and she said, "I miss you. I miss you so."
Did he marry her?
Well, you remember he said, we showed the other day that he said that he wanted to marry her, and he really did, but she's been too weak, and he hasn't been able to do it. So we send Ryan and the people who love her, and I think that's all of us, our sadness.
Special edition of 2020 Farrah Fawcett, Her Life, Her Loves, Her Legacy, airs tonight at 10 p.m. on ABC. And we will be right back with the only person who could lift our spirits right now, Larry David and Rachel Evan Wood.